I'm going to go over two tickers, NEO and Coinbase. First up is Coin. We ended the day at $312.59, up 1.92%. To the north side from where we are takes us to 2 standard deviations, and that lines up with this gap that begins at roughly 314.49. Above that, at 3 standard deviations, 318.60. This is one potential take profit area as well as a sell limit area. Depends on what your goal is, what you're trying to do. If you're day trading, getting in, getting up, getting out. And then another level at 4 standard deviations would take us to roughly 322.79. To the south side, the middle of the trend, the baseline, takes us to 305.79. If we start to fall, I will anticipate a bounce off of that. This is support. We could chop sideways or continue to go down because on the 5-minute, we are in a downward channel. To the south side of that takes us to 297.37, another level of support, another potential buy-in area, another potential stop-loss area. It depends on what your goal is. And below that, at -4 standard deviations, which I do not think we will get to, at 288.72. At some other point, yes, but not on Monday. But if we should wick to this level or this level, you know people will buy in. That is the dip. Looking left, we have, this is support, and you can see there was a buy-in. That's resistance, sell-off. This is the buy-in. Didn't quite make up to this line, but sold off. And then sort of went sideways, broke through the middle of the trend there, going sideways. This is the gap. We almost touched it, fell back down because that acts as resistance, and now we are just chopping sideways. There is a gap to the north side here as well. I have not gone over Coin in a little while. I know that Trader Murat has talked about this. He told me to check out previously Tesla and Oklo, and Nvidia, but he sold out those three. He's in and out all the time. And he talked about Coin, and he thinks that Bitcoin is going to run to 125 by the end of the year, so that would be amazing. All right, this gap will take us down the road, not yet, to 342.48 roughly. And let's take a look at this on the daily. Like I said, it's been a while since I've looked at this. Let's move this out of the way. There's a gap here that I also did not mark out. So there's a potential to get to roughly 365.39. What is the 1-year price target? It is 372. Oh, I marked, this is an old price target that I marked. So clearly that target has gone down. But after that, I'm sure it's going to be in the 500s. Yeah, 510. All right. So where does 510 take us? 510 is right here at 2, 3, and 4 standard deviations on the daily. You're going to get different buy and sell signals. That's long term, but you're going to have to stomach that because you will get whipped around in order to get to this level. It's not going to come easy. But from where we are on the daily, the next target will be 410.56. We're at 312. And then we have all these landmines to the south side. If you like to go short, that's down the road. Not right now, not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close. Just something to be aware of. And what is the lowest? I think I did a video would be $62.95. It looks like. Okay, let's take a look at this on the weekly. What does the RSI tell me? Going down. So price is still falling, and on the monthly, turning up a little bit. We still have plenty of room, but watch out. In the past, all we've done is make it to this level here as the high. And so we could get to this level and then roll over again, or maybe not, because according to the analysts, there's plenty of upside. And then we get to this level and then roll over for another leg up. I cannot give you price targets because this ticker is not that old. And where I've set my lengths, it's not going to show it, but it doesn't matter. I troll on the monthly RSI for long-term buy-ins. Okay, let's go to NEO. Moving along here. Trader Abdul says that my video died. I just didn't know anyone would notice, but apparently he did. So I said I would make or redo a video on NEO because the ending chopped off. But I think I gave you the crux of it. But just in case, I'm going to do it again. All right, that's on my Gap and Go videos. I think it was the last one. All right, so we are at 704 down here. All right, to the north side, 725. That's resistance. We could chop sideways, or we could slowly make our way up because we are in an upward channel. Another level of resistance. Remember, many levels of resistance between 2 and -2. If you just play within 2 and 2, you're going to be, it'll be more of a safe zone versus trying to get to this higher level. I shouldn't even put it on my chart because typically you don't get there, or you do, and it's gonna sell off, as in people will take their profits and they will run. They'll lock in and they will leave at these levels. Then you're going to be stuck up here while everyone's sold out if you're trying to day trade. Okay, roughly 760, roughly 778, and don't hold your breath, but down the road, 796. All right, and this gap closes out at 695, 689, 672, 654. Ignore all the horizontal lines. The yellow lines are from 2024, and the purple lines are from 2025. Looking left, we've got many gaps to the downside, but right now on the 5, though, we're in an upward trend. That's going to change depending upon what time frame you're playing. Okay, so that is a look at this on the 5. Note here is the sell signal, resistance. If you buy technically in this zone, and then sell in this zone, that's one way to do it. Or you buy within these zones if you're trying to get it for cheaper. If you're trying to make more gains, you would sell in this zone or in this zone. That's just a strategy. That's just TA. I know when people look at this, they think, what the heck is all this? I don't need any of these lines. I just show it to you because I want to show you that these gaps fill. All of these green gaps have filled, as well as the majority of the red gaps that I've been tracking. So the next ticker is going to take us to 791. That lines up with 4 standard deviations. And from where we are here, that's not going to happen most likely on Monday. This would be going to the moon, and we're not going to the moon. Keep your expectations low. That way you don't get all excited and then you don't take your profits if that's what you're trying to do. This is later. The 1-year price target on this is now 720. That's only a 2% return from where we are. You were better off buying down here when I talked about it from a long time ago. But after that, we're up to $8.98. People took a bath on this because it's been way higher. The 52-week high is 771, but I think the sticker was in the 60s. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look. But let's just, for giggles, take this to the daily, show you the daily. Okay, again, ignore all that. These lines, the vertical lines, are from week to week to week. So I've been tracking this week to week to week to week from here, December of 2023 to 2025. I'm by no means an expert, but I've been tracking this for quite some time, let's just say. And we've been all over the map. But lately it's been running. They've had good news. And it's because they talked about launching a cheaper car. Their deliveries have increased. So, and then if we get easing with trade policies with China and inflation and tariffs, this ticker could run. But it's being held down, just like all the semiconductors, the Chinese semiconductors are being held down just because of all the tariffs and talks of tariffs and the economy. But when that gets situated, and you know it will, because China will be changing their policy because they want to make money, okay? It's just a matter of time. So that will happen later. But when it does, then we will be full steam ahead. But right now, you just make sure you set your stop loss. Because one bad piece of news, boom, you're going to lose all your money. Okay, on the daily, we are again at 704. That's down here. Ignore all the horizontal lines. Okay, we're right here. Remember, my lines are red. Let me move this back. Red, white, and blue. That's how I remember everything. Just quick. I do everything the same so I know it's the same. So the red line is at 658. That's one window to the south side, the channel that we are in. Red, and then the white line right there, but we're so close to it at 751. And then above that at the blue line is 843. The 1 year price target again is 720. So we're going to probably hit that on Monday. Let me just take this back. Oh, just for giggles, watch out. RSI has turned on us going down. And already starting to fall. On the weekly, just go back and see how high did we go previously. We're right here, it looks like. So just mark it out for yourself if you've never charted. So that's the highest it's gone. It could go higher, but maybe, maybe not. It could start to roll over and then boom, the trade is going south. And on the monthly, where I like to troll for long-term gains, where are we? Oh, still climbing. Plenty of room to move to the upside. So you're going to have some pain on the daily, the weekly, but on the monthly, big picture, there's some upside potential. So you're definitely going to be able to get this at a lower price if you're trying to get in. But if you're trying to capture your gains, watch out. All right, I think that is it. Oh, 720. Let me just mark this. So 720 takes us, oh my goodness. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, we're down here. Duh. 720 is right there. And I like to do my, let's just hit 21 so that way, and then take it back to 20 to get the bottom of the 20 and not the top of the 720. Okay, so we are here. Yeah, we better hit this thing on Monday. Okay, and then that's resistance, and that's resistance, and that's resistance. You got to break through a lot of areas to get back up to this level, but I know we can do it. And then down here, this gap, starting at 646. Okay, and then 8, let me just mark this out for Abdul here. 810, oh, 898, 898. So let's just mark this right here. I'll show you how I do this, if you don't know how, but many of you do. 98? So let's mark this out, Sunday, September 28th. And the 1 year target, 720, that's only a 2.23%. And then the coordinates, 898, I changed, and that will move up there. All right. So that's not in the channel, not in the zone. We are a ways off. Maybe on the 15, that will touch safely by Thursday, October 23rd. But to get down to the middle of the trend, that could take us, oh, now I have to go to 30. Okay, the middle of the trend where this line crosses this line will be, oh, see, it's not pulled out. It hasn't pulled out the, let's go to the 1 day, see if it'll populate. No, see, I can't do it. All right, I'll tell you when later. Not happening right now. Okay, that does it for me. Oh, let me just do something. TER. This is Murat's other pick. Let me just do this one, mark it out. 135.31. Thank you, Trader Murat, for pointing this out. Okay, so here. 136.07, 137.43, 138.76. This is your bonus ticker. If you make it this far, I'm shocked. Okay, let's line that up. All right, to the south side, 130.52, 129.16, 127.80. Oh, we've got this huge landmine to the south side to be aware of right here. Landmines are in the red, and that will take us to roughly 120.37. Watch out for this one here as well, but I don't think option R. All right, I guess I did track this on May 3rd of 2022, it looks like, at 109.34. I just made a note for myself on the weekly. What is this? Yeah, I've never really done technical analysis on this one. RSI getting frothy. Be careful for the pullback on the weekly. And on the monthly, the window, one window would be 142.57 and then 166.69. We've got room to move to the upside. Okay, that's a look at coin, NEO all over again, and Teradyne. Have a great trading week.